Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV, and this is your latest episode of Rivals Talk. We're with my brother from another mother, Grizz Khan, in the building, hooded up, strapped up, ready. How are you, man? How are you, man? How's your Jumma going? How's your Friday going?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, bro. Alhamdulillah. You know how it is, man. It's tiring, bro.
Yeah,
It's tiring. It's long. But alhamdulillah, we here, bro. We here.
we
Grizz,
here. Definitely, we
Grizz,
here,
how
man.
the first comment you put out, Grizz, how is Jude? How do I, how is Jude, man?
I don't know, man. We might have to ask him. You know what I mean? We might
I
go
don't
find
know, man.
out.
I don't know him like that. I don't know. I don't know him like
Every
that,
morning
man.
you did.
Huh?
Every morning you knew how it was. You said, "Morning, Jude. Hello, Jude." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't know him anymore.
No,
Now
I
he's
don't like. Yeah, no. It's not his fault, innit? I still like the brother. I still like him.
Hmm.
Bellingham is a humbler.
Bellingham's a humbler man.
But
But listen,
what's going on? What's going on? Why is everyone asking?
the people are asking because
Because what?
obviously, Chris, yeah,
Mm,
brother to
mm,
brother,
mm,
brother to brother. You
mm,
did say Jude Bellingham will be a
mm.
Liverpool player
Yeah,
by
100%.
the end of the summer.
It's on camera.
It's on
Every
camera. 4K,
it's on
8K, whatever you
it's
want to
on
call it.
it's on every camera.
It's on every camera. Like you might have
Every camera.
CCTVs in your house, maybe. I don't know.
CCTV, everything, radio, newspapers. It's everywhere. I
Mm,
said it. He's gonna be a Liverpool player.
mm.
What's happened? What's happened?
What's happened is, Chris, that one of your journalists came out on
Mm,
Monday.
mm.
Monday was it? I don't know what day it was. Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Champions League night. Yeah, Champions
Mm,
League night. And he
mm,
said that Liverpool are no longer in for Jude Bellingham and are looking for alternatives,
mm.
Chris.
Yep,
So
100%.
it has seemed that Liverpool are walking away from this Jude Bellingham deal.
Yeah, this current deal, yeah, we can't pay that 125, 130 million.
On 30 million.
That's what this journalist says.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but what?
But listen, I'm gonna give you some hope, Chris, because I believe there's always hope in
What
life.
are you giving me hope for?
No, because I don't want to be like, you know what, it's dead and buried. It cannot be dead and buried because Jan Fahrenheit, which is a very trusted journalist, yeah,
Mm,
he said regarding Bellingham, when the club not so keen on much wanted player anymore, it's usually selling clubs wants way more than buying is willing to pay, or player doesn't want to go there. Personally, I think Jude could still end up at Liverpool. Roulette has just opened. First of all, do you agree with this statement? Do you think it's still not dead and buried? Do you still think there's a major
100%, 100%. It's not dead and buried. 100%. I'm not convinced. I'm sure. I'm 100%. I'm not sure he's going to come to Liverpool. Like I was 95%. I was
yeah?
95% sure he's coming to Liverpool. Remember I said that. But I don't think he's dead. He hasn't signed for anyone. He hasn't said anything. Liverpool haven't said anything. Klopp definitely didn't want to speak about anything. He's just talking about overall spending. Until he signs for another team, you know what I mean? We don't know where he's gonna end up. But yeah, the same journalists that have said we're no longer in a race said the same thing for Thiago, for Ox, for Virgil van Dijk. For Virgil van Dijk, we said we've pulled out. We apologized to Southampton.
I'll listen as well.
Allison as well. Chelsea went Real Madrid. He was going to Real Madrid. We said we can't compete with that, and they brought the price down. There was 70 million. They brought the price down by about 15 million, and then we went in for him. If Jude goes to another club, then yeah, it's gonna look peak for Liverpool. For Liverpool, not for me. Who cares about me? But it's gonna look embarrassing.
The community, man. We care about the community, man. We care about you in the streets. You promised a lot of people that Jude Bellingham would come.
I can handle myself, man. It's not a problem. I can handle myself, man. But if he goes to another club, and he wanted us, it's going to look embarrassing for Liverpool. That's what I will say. And either way, it's shambolic for Liverpool Football Club, the way it's being handled. Like, we literally chased him for a year and a half, met his parents, met his people, met everything. And then now we're saying we can't afford it. Or what we're saying is we can't afford to spend all of it on one player when we need 4 or 5. And the reason why we need 4 or 5 is because we were saving up for him.
I personally, for me,
making sense.
I think for me, it's never made sense. Liverpool spending that sort of money on Jude Bellingham never made sense in itself when you know the problems at Liverpool in that midfield area. One player does not fix the problem. And certainly a player of his quality is not going to fix everything. He's a quality player. Don't get me wrong. A young, fantastic player. But it was irresponsible for Liverpool fans and, the club to think that they could spend that much money on one player and think everything's going to be okay.
But the funny thing is, they're making out he can't spend. The funny thing they were making out was, the funny thing was making out they literally thinking they're making out that shit. We didn't know this price.
Yeah,
how can, like, everyone knows it's gonna be 110 million, something like that.
Yeah,
like, how are you thinking you're gonna get him for 90 million? It's making us look embarrassing.
It's ludicrous.
No, embarrassing. It's making us
embarrassing. We were embarrassing showing him on the training ground, but Liverpool saying that, you know what, 84 million, yeah, that's enough to go and get Jude Bellingham. Listen, mate, you're having a laugh, mate. Liverpool right now don't have facilities. You don't have Champions League football. The investment is still unclear whether it will be a very, very big investment.
100%. 100%.
To do that,
that's the word. No. That's the word. And I'm being honest with you. That's the word. We ain't got the facilities. We're literally saying now we ain't got the facility. Let me get this tissue. We're literally saying we ain't got the. We're literally saying we ain't got the facilities. Why if you ain't got the facilities, why are you chasing, man?
Yep, exactly.
Why are you doing, one of them auction ones, fake auction? Like, we're just bidding, like, and we ain't got the funds in our bank. Let me just clean this camera.
That's what these are.
Why am I 4K camera?
The lighting in your background, I think.
Do you reckon?
Let's get some super chats in. Big up to Aran, says Saeed, going to cook grids now. This is lunch. Big 6 tonight. That's dinner. Big up to Saeed, Grizz, the community man. I still believe Liverpool are in for Jude. Big up to you, Aran. He says, Alien Teller says, Grizz, I'm open a soup kitchen to get Jude. And Masood's on you, man. Masood is very lethal, by the way. Big up Masood. Says, Grizz, stop waffling. Jude ain't going to your broke club. Get over it and accept it. You've known the price for about a year. What's changed now? That's exactly what it is as well.
That's
You've
what I just said, though, innit?
For how long?
Masood just agreed with everything what I just said. So, yeah. oh, you've modded one of my abusers, man. This Carl B. He's a prick,
Which one?
Oh, this Carl B. He's in every chat of mine chatting shit. But anyway, let's see. I'll keep an eye on him.
Carl B is a member. He knows when to kind of.
All right, tell him to relax, innit? Every chat I've seen him on, every chat, every show I'm on, I'll just find this Carl B, brother.
Let's play the clip from Klopp, because Klopp was a bit animated, yeah.
Oi, triggered.
Let's see what Klopp triggered, man. Triggered. Let's see what he was saying, man.
So it's not about Jude Bellingham now. My answer now, definitely not. But it's always this. I never understood. So why we constantly talk about things we theoretically cannot have. So we cannot have 6 players in a summer for everybody's 100 million, for example. Everybody would say that, okay, that's kind of clear. So and that's the thing. You have to realize what you can do, and then you have to work with it. So how much money do you have available, and then you have to work with it. And that's the job you have to do. And it's not about, we are not children. When I ask a 5-year-old at Christmas, what do you want for Christmas? And they tell you, I want to have, I don't know, a Ferrari. You wouldn't say, oh, that's a good idea. You would say, no, it's too expensive, and anyway, you cannot drive it. So, and that's how it is. If this kid is then the whole life unhappy because he cannot get a Ferrari, that would be a really sad life. It's just, what can you make? What can you do? And then you do it. And then you work with that. And nothing else to say about. And that was always how I work. Whatever I want, and whatever we need and what we want, We try absolutely everything to.
Don't know, a bit of waffling there going on. If I'm
He's
being honest with
rattled,
you.
but
Rattled.
two points. Very rattled, triggered. But two things that you stopped, and then one thing that you missed at the start. One thing you said, this is not about Jude Bellingham. We're about to say. So he hasn't denied or thing. He said, this is not about Jude. He's just talking about 600 million pound players. We can't afford that. But obviously, no one's asking for 600 million pound players. We're asking for signings. I mean, not 6, but obviously he's exaggerating. And then at the end,
uncomfortable question. Let me ask you a very uncomfortable question.
Every question is uncomfortable.
Is Klopp an enabler for the FSG?
100%. I've said this. You have to accept it. Liverpool fans have to accept it, in my opinion. Some people say, "Oh, what are you supposed to do? You can do what Mourinho used to do, or Conte. All right, that's why they get sacked, because they fall out. But you can go up against, if someone's restricting you. Wenger didn't. And look how Wenger ended up. Wenger's the most recent example of a coach that didn't stand up to his bosses. So you take the pros and the cons. And one of the cons are that he's happy with the way the club operates. Because if he wouldn't be, he'd make noise, or he wouldn't sign 3 extensions. He signed 3 extensions.
No, but I think for me, the thing is, with
in the building,
I don't want to be hearing big up Skullduggery. I don't want to be hearing Klopp like that. If I'm a Liverpool fan and I want to see the best signing, I don't want to be hearing Klopp defending FSG or enabling that sort of
enabling. Look,
I don't want to be hearing it. And then after that, that's where it comes to uncomfortable situations of, is Klopp the right man to lead this new kind of era of Liverpool?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and we don't know. No one knows. Why? Because he hasn't done it before. We don't know if he can do it. And in terms of the FSG and spending situation, regardless of whether we get Jude or not, because look, the only reason I'm pissed off about the Jude situation is because how we've chased him. The same journalist that broke we're out of the race, 4 days before said we're the favourites and we're 100% backing him and we're going to get him. Pretty much. Yeah. So the point being is there's games being played. We know that. The club doesn't change its whole philosophy in 4 days and tactics in the transfer market.
Facts.
Yeah. This is an half an hour after Jan Fjortov has tweeted Liverpool have made the first bid for Jude Bellingham. So we know, So we know there's games. Obviously, so even Dortmund have said, "Yo, we don't need this news, out in the public right now. We're in the middle of our season. Blah 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 blah. Whoever's leaked this, did it now." Or genuinely, Liverpool have pulled out and realized we can't afford this, man. This is getting too much now. We thought he's going to be about 90 million, 100 million. Now they're asking for 125 million. Now he's asking for like 300, 400 grand plus wages. We don't know. I'm just saying. We're just guessing the different outcomes. But either way, whatever the outcome, Saeed, what I'm trying to say, whatever the outcome, Liverpool look like amateurs in it.
Yeah, literally.
Amateurs in it.
That's what
now,
you look
the
like.
only way, now look, if Liverpool didn't get Jude Bellingham, that's in my opinion embarrassing. Yeah. But looking from a footballing point of view, it's not Jude or bust. We need 3 top quality central midfielders.
Yep. That's what he was going to ask you. There was a super chat here from Aran.
Exactly. So let's say we get Mason Mount, Kevin McAllister. I'm just saying, what's his name? Kevin McAllister.
Alexis McAllister.
Alexis McAllister, Mason Mount, and Kefren Turam. Yeah, from the French club. I can't remember top of my head.
His little brother. Yeah.
Let's just say that. I'm just saying, or Kone from Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
If we get 3 top quality midfielders, then it's all good. It's no problem. The Jude,
You know,
the
Kevin
Jude
McAllister, by the way, is from Home Alone.
yeah.
I don't know if you've watched your Home Alone
That's what
today.
it must be. That's what it must be. Yeah. Carl. Oh yeah. By the way, Carl. It's not about Hey Jude. I get literally 60,000 people saying Hey Jude at me every day. It's not about Hey Jude. It's you was trolling me on another show. I can't remember where it was showing. You just non-stop calling me all kind of shit. I can't remember which one it was. And it was you, same picture, same bed. Unless you got a twin brother, bro. I don't get rattled by Hey Jude. What the fuck, man? These mans have been bigger trolls for me. You were saying something nasty stuff. Unless there's someone using your picture, my bro. I think it was the 90 minutes, you know. So yeah, I remember what it was.
Zame Yassin here saying Jude has an English tax. He could be another Sancho. I would have got Odegaard and Madison than him.
We know Zane's a proper troll, innit? Look what he's saying. Madison and Odegaard, you know, rather than Jude.
Yeah.
But fair enough. Yeah. Odegaard's done bits for them, so you can't even say.
This comment here, I wouldn't say to the he did say there was no value in the market. You know what I mean, and whatnot, and obviously,
I don't know. Exactly, we don't remember because obviously Alex, we don't know how we remember because social media wasn't around as big.
Wasn't around, and exactly.
Not every press conference was staged live.
Exactly.
So he might have, but we don't know. Only Man United fans can tell us. Like, but you lot always spent though. He never protected. How did he protect the Glazers?
No, I think in a sense of at a time when I think it was between. When Man United was buying players like Michael Owen, we sold Ronaldo and we bought Michael Owen, Valencia. It was at around that time, man.
Yeah, but that's still spending. That's just choice of player. That's just choice of player, though, isn't it? That's not
also
lack
the
of
club,
spending.
You know what I mean? Saving money. You know what I mean? And what? Because
was it?
We didn't buy Valencia for that crazy amount of money. You know what I mean? And what we got for obviously Ronaldo, Alex Ferguson covered it up because at the end of the day. Yeah, he was such a genius of a manager. He could work with wonders.
But this is what Klopp is running out of.
Klopp can't do that though. Klopp can't do that.
No, but he's literally done that. Okay, which genius has or which top player has Klopp bought? And what I mean by top player, the player at the world who's already world class. So all his signings have been the next level players, like your Valencias. So Gini Wijnaldum, Mohamed Salah, Mane, all these guys were from low clubs. Roma. Newcastle, Robertson, Virgil van. Hype's different, isn't it, bro? He's polishing diamonds.
Thiago's a baller.
Thiago's the only one, and that was 25 million, only because he's 30 years old. Everyone else,
but obviously the thing is, Alex Ferguson was working with cleverly in that midfield. You know what I mean? Like Klopp can't,
and he's working with Henderson and Milner.
Henderson's come on, man. Henderson's been doing it for how many years?
Now you're rating Henderson, innit? So of course,
I'm not rating Henderson.
I know you are. You're rating Henderson now.
Cleverly to Henderson. You know what I mean? But Alex
Milner, Henderson.
I don't think Klopp can do that though. I don't think Klopp
done it. The difference between Klopp and Alex.
Keita, 50 million.
The difference between Keita wasn't world class. That's what I'm trying to say to you. The difference between Klopp and Alex is the genius because he rebuilt 3 times. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say to people. I know, and Klopp is not in the level yet. I admit, I'm saying that, but you can't say Klopp can't do it because he's done it. He's been done it.
Yeah.
What we're asking now is, can he do it again? And that's where the questions are. Can he do it again? And as I said, I can't sit here and say yes. I can't sit here and say no. Right now, let's see. Next season will be a telling. This is his first bad season. I'm not going to kill him for first bad season.
Okay.
Which is his own fault, by the way. You get me? It's his own fault. But let's see if
he is, because it's gone to this stage now. Stage right now. It should never went to this stage. Masood saying here, 85 million, 40 million Diaz, 40 million Gakpo since January, equals 165 million attackers. Why didn't your club buy a midfielder? So much for the best run club.
It's not. Who said it is? It's not been the best run club for 18 months. And I've said it on every platform that I go on. It's one of the worst run clubs right now.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying.
On and off the pitch. That's how much we've fallen in 18 months. 12, 18 months.
And I hope it continues. Leif says here, the truth, Grizz unfortunately taking this one too far. Haven't seen backpedaling like this ever. To be fair, he has been open and honest, to be fair.
I haven't backpedaled anything.
Open and honest. I am going to give him that. I thought he was going to come here and be shameless, but nah, he's coming and he's actually acknowledged the wrongdoers of the football club. Grizz comments on Keane calling Robertson and being a baby.
No, I get that. Robertson can be annoying if he's not on your side. If he's not on your side, you hate him. If he's on your side, you back him. You love him. Every team has one of those people that the opposition hate. Robertson is ours.
I think for me, there's a good chance of Bellingham stays. Like listen, man, it's not as if he's like 25 and it's like the peak of his career. He's what, 19 years old. He doesn't have to leave now.
What if he stays at Dortmund? What would that say about Madrid and Man City then? That he didn't want to go. Will you admit then that he wanted Liverpool only?
No, because staying doesn't mean he only wanted Liverpool. Staying could mean that he actually wanted to stay and he wanted to maybe have one more experience of Liverpool.
Fair enough.
I don't think that means he wanted to go Liverpool. It just means that, what.
Fair enough, but like if we pulled out and Man City, okay, if we hear in the next few weeks Man City and Madrid are trying to sign him, will that change anything?
But we don't hear what's going on in his camp. If his agent comes out and says, we've seen 2 offers, but right now we're we're considering our future. Then I can say, okay, he's kind
fair
of
enough. Fair enough. Let's see what happens. Nothing's really happened. In the first week, Man City were the favourites, like in the first phase. Then Man City newspapers, Man City journalists, they said, we're the front runners for Jude. Then it was Real Madrid for about a few weeks. Madrid are the front runners for Madrid. They've blown Man City and Liverpool out of the water. Then it was Liverpool are favourites. And now Madrid have pulled out. Yeah, Madrid are saying we're not getting in no bidding war with Jude. Yeah. Liverpool have said we're not in no bidding war for Jude. Only Man City left haven't said anything now. And if he goes to Man City, that's egg on my face if you want. All right, throw it in my face. Random.
What I mean?
Exactly. But it's a massive egg on Liverpool's face.
Wipe the camera.
Nah, man, this is the shade, I think.
No, I think it's a little bit of a madness there. But guys, there's nearly 1,000 people in the chat here. Make sure you get to 500 likes. That's the like target by the end of the stream. It's 500 likes. If you've not hit that 500 likes, then shame on you, man. Similar way, Grizz, shame on you as well. So please smash the like button on the video. And let's talk about Man United, Grizz.
Well, okay, I can safely say this. Okay, I can safely say this, and I'll still say this. Yeah. He's definitely going Man United. So, Man United people getting gassed. He's definitely not going Man United.
I don't want him, to be fair. I don't want Jude Bellingham. No, I don't want him, man. I don't think it's what we need. We don't need that player. We need a first phase player, man. For what we need our system, we don't need Jude Bellingham. That is not a priority for Man United Football Club. So,
fair enough.
Big up to Jezza, by the way. Love always. But let's talk about Man United, man, because I'm still speechless. I come out of the ground and I was angry. How did Man United let it slip?
That's just some Seville. That's just some Seville.
They are rubbish, I don't listen.
Totally rubbish. I told you.
I want to hear praise for Heritage, but the footballing team, they are rubbish. They were wasting time. They knew what they were doing. We were awful. We let them off the hook. This is on Man United, and a part of it is on Ten Hag as well.
100%, bro. That is not this. This ain't the Seville team that we've seen in recent seasons. They're struggling in La Liga.
Yep.
Changed their manager. You can't really pick out for even, I don't know, very good players. Like, never mind world-class players. I don't think they got one world-class player. And you gifted them 2 own goals, bro. Like,
2 own goals, man.
Out of nothing. Out of nothing. You should have wiped the floor with them in that first half.
Bro, are you crazy? Like, we had so many chances. But this is second half. I don't know what it was here. I don't know. The crowd, first of all, came back to second half quite late. When the crowd comes in late for their seats. And then
the prawn sandwich gang.
And the prawn sandwiches, man. Like, they came out of the crowd. I was thinking to myself, yo, you man, like, I'm fasting here. You man, what's going on here, man? Like, man's had a bit of timid, and you man can't go back to your seats on time, man. What's going on with you lot? And then next thing you know, they came back late, 5 minutes late, 7 minutes, and the game was so flat. It was flat, bro. No atmosphere, nothing. I thought to myself, this is a bit strange, this. And then the substitutions happened. And I was like, yo, Ten Hag, what are you doing taking off Bruno? He's already suspended. But apparently he said that the referee gave him a warning that he would get a second yellow card. But I'm sorry, you then tell your player, Bruno Fernandes, relax. And if you can't listen to that, then I'm sorry, the game's over, innit? And then he makes that substitution. He takes off Anthony, takes off Martial. Martial one I get because you have to protect him. But listen, that was What do you think? Do you think Ten Hag got it wrong yesterday? And what? And if so, what?
I was shocked. That is pure Seville Europa League or UEFA Cup heritage, like curse. Call it what you want. They didn't do nothing.
Mm.
Look, you were unlucky with injuries.
Yep.
Yeah, you got injuries, but he's right. That someone was complacent, stroke arrogant, whether it's the players, the fans, or the coach.
Mm.
There
I
was some
think it'd be-
arrogance and complacency. Like you're saying, the fans thought it was 1 at halftime, 2-0, relax, not back in.
Yeah,
the team,
relax,
whatever.
relax, man,
Chill
relax.
in. Yeah, we're in the final, semi-final. Let's, you know what I mean? Let's kick on. Let's save our players for the next game. Or your manager was complacent. I wouldn't say he's arrogant. I would say he was complacent
and naive as well.
Naive, maybe, yeah. He is. He's a fairly inexperienced manager at this level. Of course, Ajax, but Man United's a level above Ajax now.
Yeah, above that, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and he had his little honeymoon the first 6 months, whatever. You know what I mean? Now he's coming to the crunch end of the season. You must finish third.
Bro.
Yeah, because even fourth is a little bit of a disappointment. You must get to the FA Cup final, at least.
Sticky.
And you must get to the semi-final of the Europa League at least. Would you say that's fair? I've not said win. I've not said win any of them. I've said you must get to the.
It's sticky now. It's sticky. It's techie. It's. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, I know.
We have lost our best player for the rest of the season now.
Is Varane out for the season?
Yeah, he's out for the season. Listen, he's out. Listen, anybody that thinks that this guy's got any standing chance, you're crazy. But
you reckon?
Yeah, because listen, he's got a fractured fifth metatarsal in his right foot. Metatarsal injuries are very delicate, Griezmann. You know what I mean? I remember when he got his metatarsal injury, and that was ridiculous. I know it's probably not as severe, but for me, I'm glad it's not the Achilles, because if it's Achilles, that could be a potential very, very serious injury. But a normal metatarsal injury is around about 6 to 8 weeks. Is what?
Yeah, but the fifth metatarsal, man, that's the smallest one. I don't know, man. I don't want to say he's ruled out for the season.
No, I think he's ruled out, man. I think he's ruled out because you got to remember, yeah, it's very, very delicate part of your bone as well, and your feet as well. It's not as if it's as well, you know. I know as well. Also, nobody injured him. So that even makes it even kind of worse when nobody's injured, no one's around you. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, ooh, what's going on there?
What to Varane?
6 weeks. It's okay. Say now he's out for 6 weeks, bro. How long's left in the season?
Yeah,
how long's left in the season? Come on,
man. More than that. It's a couple of months.
What do you mean, couple of months, bro? The season ends in about 5 weeks.
No,
yeah, exactly. There's only 6 weeks left of the season.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks, isn't it? A couple of months. Yeah, 6 weeks. That is 2 weeks short of a couple of months.
Bro, a couple of months is 2 months, bro. 2 months or more. But you're all right, you, man.
Okay, well, I don't think he's your best player anyway. I don't know why you said your best player.
What do you mean best player? He is one of our best players.
Okay, one of
the
best
most
players.
Outstanding players of the season.
No, that's fine. You said one of your best players. You said our outstanding best player because we know
he is. Casemiro.
Now Casemiro is key to you, look.
No,
and again, some would say it's either Rashford or Casemiro. Now, obviously, Rashford, Sabitzer scored 2 goals yesterday, so you got life. But I think it's Casemiro for me still. And what happened to Varane?
Varane as well is not that guy anymore, man. He's injury prone, man. You know what I mean?
So you like
Sully says, Nuruddin's going to cook us next show. He was kind of right. I hate to admit it, Maguire will ruin our season. Wait for it. Sully, man, you know what I mean? I'm still going to cook him in it because at the end of the day, trophy's a trophy. But you don't realize what Martinez does for us. Do you realize? Do you watch Martinez, what he does?
I'm not denying that. He has been very good. He's given you the attitude. He's given you the ferociousness.
What about
giving you that nasty edge? Yeah, he's a baller on the ball. I still think, like someone, how opposition fans run up stats, like, how many lack of aerial duels he's won, because everyone was bigging out he wins a lot of aerial duels, but he's lost a lot of aerial duels. And in this Premier League, it is a hard one. But overall, he's been very good. I'm not denying that. But to say he's your best player, that's all I argued with. I think Casemiro, I think Casemiro, Rashford, even Shaw, because I'm not sure about this Malacia brother, Even Shaw is a baller.
Listen. I still rate him, but I think he's very, very... When he heads... when someone's head goes, he's very, very, he's gone. The game against Everton, he got cooked for 10 minutes, And then all of a sudden, he started to get a bit like orientated again. He started to feel a bit like all right. But thing for me though, with Lisandro Martinez, is the way he plays out from the back. His progressive passes are key to the way we play.
100% on the ball. On the ball, he's one of the best centre backs in the Premier League on the ball.
Yeah,
100%.
on the ball.
His distribution is brilliant.
Now there's no Lisandro. Shaw obviously will come back soon. But again, Shaw is not Lisandro Martinez. Shaw's is an adequate replacement, but he's not Lisandro Martinez. You've got
I think Shaw a couple of games apart, I think Shaw's been excellent.
Excellent. Yeah. I agree with that. But you know what I mean? Now Maguire's obviously out for the semi-finals of the FA Cup. So that means he's not going to play. So it's going to be either Lindelof or Varane. And Varane, I don't know what's going on, man. I think for me, Varane, I'm not saying I will replace him next season, but I'm thinking next season is where I bring in Kim Min-jae, and then I'm like, Kim Min-jae will be the next kind of like, you know,
There's
leader.
There's going to be a long queue for Kim Min-jae. Long queue.
Kim Min-jae is my guy.
That 42 million release clause, a lot of clubs, including us, will be in that queue because that's like one of those deals that we can do. 50 million pound is our range. We love buying 50 million pound players. And if that release clause is valid this summer, I think us, you, who else? Spurs will be in there for him. You know, so many teams will be there for a centre back. Never mind.
I think this was precaution, Cobra. It was precaution, I think, for me. But yeah, I think for me, Kim Min-jae, top centre backs right now. It's a premium you're playing for. What's it? I don't really rate him, to be honest with you. What's that, Gavadio? I think I need to see more. I think I need to see more from Gavadio. If I'm being honest with you.
No, he's a baller, man.
You got him. You got Silva from Benfica. I need to watch him a bit more, but he's still young, 19. Bad boy.
But he's going to be the new. I'm telling you, he's going to be the new Ruben Diaz, man.
Ruben Diaz, yeah.
I'm telling you, he's going to come through. He's going to come through.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you who's probably? I just mentioned Ruben Diaz. Did you see his performance against Bayern Munich?
Yeah, he's a monster, man. You got Cole today, who was apparently available, and he's looking to leave. You know, for me, nobody's talking about this guy. You know, this season, Bastoni.
The reason why is because Inter Milan, Italians don't leave Italian clubs that easy. But everyone's got a price. And
he was rated money. What? Tottenham could have got him last season, man. This is why it's crazy. If they had Romero and Bastoni and Dyer in that back three, Tottenham's season could look different.
Ban Dyer. Leave Dyer out of it. You try sneaking Dyer in there. I don't know why you do. Man, try sneaking Dyer, you know.
Listen, big up to everybody who's locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you subscribe to Football Carnage Grizzlies channel. There's over 1,000 people in. Like I said, we need to get to the 500 like target. But we have to talk about...
you know what? Carl sends in. You know, I've been on Carl's case, but he's making some good points when he's not trolling. He says, Ake and Gabriel for me are the best of it. Ake's been revelation. Revelation he's been. Wow. Ake, brother, I did not know your game. That's a bad boy season from Ake.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Ake for me is underrated, man. And he needs to be rated. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Someone said, have you seen Tom Huddleston first team training today? We have finished. No, I don't believe that.
No way. I mean,
if I see that, then I'm going to cry. Let's talk about this Leroy Sane situation. Listen, this is have you, by the way, before we start this year, you know, this is a very, very interesting situation where it's happening a lot now. But before we talk about it, Leroy Sane, for him to go at, you know, Mane on the pitch, when the rest of his team let him down and he came off the bench, I thought it was a bit crazy anyway. It looked like it was almost like, yo, I want to go at Mane for doing this. You know what I'm saying to you? So, but this is just alleged, by the way. We don't know if it's true or not. But he called him black shit, which provoked the second release forward. Sane regretted that what he said after the clash, and Mane apologized to his teammates for hitting Sane. His future is in doubt. And then he goes on to say here, Sane was grieving from the death of his aunt when he attacked Leroy Sane on Tuesday. She sadly passed away in Senegal last weekend, and Bayern were aware he was in mourning. But yeah, man, what do you make of the situation, man? Obviously, mad situation.
So we don't know. Look, we don't know what was said.
Yeah.
We don't know what triggered Mane, because Mane doesn't get triggered. Let me tell you from a
No.
Liverpool fan point of view.
Yeah.
Mane don't get triggered easily, but when he does get triggered, he loses it.
Mm.
But it's very, very rare. Mane is the kind of guy that just smiles everything away. Gets lumps kicked out of him every game when he was here. But when he did lose it, bro, man is sharp with his elbows and tackles, and he's got a nasty little streak in him, which every top dog needs. He's got that dog in him when he need it.
Mm.
So Sane must have said something to him for him to be just triggered. It wouldn't be just, why the F didn't you pass me the ball?
Yeah, it's true.
Because Salah used to do that to him all the time. Henderson used to shout him all the time. All these players do that to him all the time. He don't get triggered by that. There must have been something. Obviously, we don't know if he said that. If he said that, big up Sadio Mane, man. My king anyway. So I'm going to back King Sadio anyway. Now, I don't think it should be an excuse if he didn't say that and he was grieving his aunt's death, which is tragic anyway, but you have to be professional and you don't get triggered and then you don't use that as an excuse. Even though Sadio hasn't used that as an excuse, people are just media just saying he was grieving. So you don't want to see any man hit his teammate like that. But if the man has said that, big up. Oh shit, Valverde backed him, yeah?
Valverde backed it, man. Valverde backed
there you
it.
Go. There you go.
Fellow man that got in the backstage and that was like, yo, stand up for yourself, innit?
There you go. There you go.
You know what I mean?
Look,
like
Sadio Mane don't lose it. Sadio Mane is a very, very nice, humble guy. I told you, I've been around his house.
You've been around his house?
Yeah, man. I had iftar around his house about 5 years ago, man.
Oh, mashallah, man. How was it?
Yeah. He's a humble brother in Liverpool, man. Humble guy, lovely guy. But when he loses it, he's an animal, you know. So Sane must have said something. You could see Sane was extra pumped for that game, though, because it was City. Sane was proper. You could see it. He wasn't like his team was having a shit one, but he was the most threatening Bayern player. So if he said that, bruv, big up the bus slip, man. I would have bust more than his lip.
But you know what, though? It's not worked out for him at Bayern, you know? And it's a bit of a situation where, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, Mane at Bayern, so far, the test hasn't worked. Would you take him back at Liverpool?
You know, he's my favourite Liverpool player under the Klopp era.
You
know, people saying, Virgil, Robertson, Salah, all these mans, Alisson. Sadio Mane was my favourite. Sadio Mane was my favourite player in the Klopp tenure. But Saeed, I told you, I'm happy with him being sold. He was finished.
Yeah.
He was finished. Same with Ginny. He was finished. Same with who's the other brother that we sold? And I said he's finished. Look at all the guys that we sold. They're finished. Have they done anything? Has Coutinho done anything anywhere? Has Ginny done anything? Has Mane done anything?
To be fair, though, it's been a gradual kind of like
all of them. I'm saying the same for Matip, and I'm saying the same for Fabinho. They're finished.
Maybe because Klopp's ran them to the ground.
100%. And that's Klopp's fault for not refreshing it. Because they've been magnificent. All of the players I mentioned, I've said it. You know, Saeed, I said it about 2 months ago. Remember, I said it on Big Six, and you went, "What, Virgil?" And I was like, "Brother, I'm just giving you my opinion."
Oh my God, what happened to Virgil? Yo, big up my guy Dennis the Great, man. Became a YouTube member, man. Yo, big up, man. Always supporting the channel.
People are saying Mane. Mane was gone, man. Mane was gone. Trust me. It's just that we didn't replace these guys with the same quality. That's the problem. Not that we sold them. Because we can't. Because look, Liverpool fans, we can't be hypocrites and say, "Oh, don't sell them, but just keep buying." We have to sell players to let more players in. It's just that we don't buy enough players. We sold the right ones. 100%. I think we should sell Matip and Fabinho this season. 100%.
There's a lot to do, man. This is why I'm just like Liverpool are kind of low key.
Lot to do. Man. Saeed, at the moment, I'm backing you. When was the last time I backed you with the nonsense that you talk about Liverpool? But I'm backing you.
I mean, this
I'm backing
you. New me.
No, I'm backing. You're a piss taker. But you're right. Right now, we're finished if we don't address the system. Now, forget the Jude. The Jude is just a joke if we don't sign him, yeah? Do you get it?
Yeah.
The whole thing is a shambles if we don't sign him. But the more important thing is if we don't bring in at least 4 big, like proper bad boy players. That's the big test.
Yeah.
For me, Jude ain't the big test. Jude is just, social media. Everyone knows I called Jude to Liverpool early. Yeah, everyone's looking to cuss me, whatever, that's fine. But the big issue is if we need to bring in 4 players, regardless of Jude or not Jude. Would you agree? That's what we need to do. We need to bring in 4 players.
Yeah.
And if we don't do that, we're an absolute shambles. And I'm telling you, we're finished.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, I'm going to read super chats, and we've got to talk about Arsenal and the title race as well. Big up to Dennis Grace, man has been finished his Kobe record Saudi Arabia after the season. That's a good shout,
man.
That's a
Go
good
Saudi
shout.
Arabia, man. Go on,
yeah. AJ says here, I know Grizz has had a tough one on the Big Six, but see that RJ performance. He's been shocking.
Reece James.
Reece James there, yeah.
If
we speak. And
he's a wing back. He's a wing back playing in a 5. Covered by another centre back who had a stinker, by the way. Fofana was finished.
Yeah. But that was almost inexperienced in the Champions League game, I think, for me. He's only 22.
Look, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Certain players' highlights get highlighted more. Or lowlights. Lowlights get highlighted more.
Yeah. Yeah. Biggie Smalls pretending he didn't get go get out. Nah, man, I was fasting, man. And bros, nothing there is halal, man. I think the pies are one of them is halal.
No way, they need to fix that, bro. You suppose
when the Qataris come in it, then things will be halal.
Our food, our chicken's halal, bro.
Yeah, I know, but listen, we had Liverpool pie that's halal, but I don't really go there.
Our chicken is halal, bro.
I had some dates. I had a little bit of some.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's what happens, man. But let's talk about Arsenal, man. Are they going to bounce back, man? Because listen, West Ham away. Is it West Ham away they got, innit? West Ham away. Let me ask you a question, yeah. Is that easy giving 3 points? Because Man City were there last season. They stopped. You know what I mean? They got a draw down there. West Ham, if they were to turn up one time and Moisey decided to just Declan Rice come out of nowhere, Bowen, Antonio Bullies holding one game, like West Ham away is for obviously for Arsenal. But can they bounce back from obviously the result on Sunday that they had? Is that 3 points easy, or do you think it's tough?
It's not about performances. It's not about looking good. It's not about showing the world mentality. It's they must get 3 points, because every point they drop, and look, in the cold light of day, it was 2 points dropped at Liverpool. Even though big up Liverpool, my team and that, this and that, we smashed them to bits in that second half. We should have won, but in a cold light of day, that's 2 points dropped. And against this City team, the way they're playing, I'm willing to say if you drop another point, it's all over. It's all over if you drop another point. Apart from the game at Etihad.
Yeah.
If they drop a point, Saeed, it's over. I'm telling you for a fact. And you know what? As I've said, don't know if people check out my timeline on my Twitter. 9 minutes, just put up a little video where I've said, this is the closest and the most confident I am of team doing a treble. Man City.
Don't do this to man.
I'm being honest, my brother. I'm being honest. That's my opinion. This is the closest I see a team doing a treble. Brother, they got the FA Cup wrapped. They're beating you in the final if you get to the final past Brighton. If they get Brighton, they're smashing Brighton. Right? Facts. You already said you think they're going to win the league. Or do you think Arsenal? I think we all think Man City just...
Man City just...
Yeah, okay. I told you what they're going to do to Bayern, and look what they've done to Bayern. I told man they're going to rinse Bayern. Don't talk about Bayern. And Madrid, I know they smashed us to bits, but do Madrid... Hala Madrid now, man.
Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid is what we're saying, Grizz, man. Let's get the energy up, Grizz, man.
Man, bruv. Man City, bruv. I'm telling you now. My energy will...
Man, we're not having this. Hala Madrid. Dennis the Great. Tell him, man. Hala Madrid, man. Because listen...
I know we can't take it. No one's going to be able to take it.
I cannot do this. If
No,
they get the treble,
look.
it's
I hear
mad.
you. You live in Manchester. You're gonna be the worst. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna feel it the most because everyday thing. Your family, Steve. You know what I mean? Everything
Everyone.
around you. Yeah.
Everything around me, yeah.
For me here down in South, you know what I mean? What Steve's gonna message me here and there. Huey Dapp's gonna message me here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It ain't
But
gonna
I
really
agree with you,
affect
though.
us.
Let me tell you something. I agree with you, though, that Real Madrid are Real Madrid and it's heritage. But let me tell you something. Man City have got a dangerous weapon in Haaland that they didn't have last
Brother,
week.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you now.
You know, they
I
had
hate
two big chances. Grealish had a big chance. I think someone else had a big chance. Man City blew it. What happened at the other end? Heritage. Real Madrid come out, they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. That is possible. But now they've got Erling Haaland, and that's what scares me, man. Militao has to have the most craziest game. Rudiger has to have the most craziest game for them to, you know?
bruv. I can't see it, bro.
Foden as well, yeah, Foden as well.
I can't see it. I can't see it. Man City right now are purring. You got to remember, even that last game that you're talking about, yeah? Did you see how many chances City had in that first half, in that first game?
Yeah, I know.
Near enough 5 one-on-ones.
Yeah.
It's a
Real
madness,
Madrid,
bro.
Real Madrid are a problem. They are there. Vinicius is there. Benzema is there. They have a deadly team. But Man City, I just feel like this year, what scares me is the fact that Erling Haaland is that added difference, is the difference where, you don't get that difference in it. If they didn't have Erling Haaland, it was Alvarez up front. I'd be like, you know what? Madrid's having this. But Erling Haaland is a specimen, and that's the problem.
Yeah, he's a
Three
next
P
level.
and a treble. That's the situation that's happening this season.
Peak.
It's a double jeopardy for Man United football.
I'm telling you, you need to proper get on the prayer mat, bruv. Because for Manchester United fans, it's the worst.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, you know what it was? It wasn't daunting me before. I don't know what it was. I just
Now you just realised, didn't it?
Now it's just hit me that Man City could do the treble.
Yeah, no. I've just spilled it out to you, innit? And you agree. I've just broken it down for you, game by game, tournament by tournament.
And now it's just hit me. It's almost like, when you got an exam tomorrow. That's how I feel right now. Like, it's exams tomorrow, and I'm shitting myself. You know what I mean? I've done all the preparation. I've done all the revising, but some weird reason, I'm nervous, and this is now how we feel.
You're nervous because the exam. I'm telling you now, man. The exam is very hard for you, but the exam is very easy for them. That's why you're nervous. You're thinking, raw man, how's it so easy for him? Because I'm telling you now, Man City are making light work of this treble at the moment. Yeah. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. But right now, you know what I mean?
I think with Arsenal, I think it's just going to be a day or two of pain in it, like on social media. Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. No, more than a day or two. Come on. You're going to get it. Everyone's getting it. Arsenal fans are the most shameless.
Most shameless and most loudest as well. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Most shameless and most loudest.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean? And that's the difference.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Man City have got Leicester. By the way, let's run through the fixtures as well. Big up to everybody who's locked in. Make sure we guys are liking the video. There's 1.2k in here. There's really big numbers. So big up to everybody who's locked in, man. Let's go through the fixtures one by one. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Big game. I'm doing the watch along for this because obviously Newcastle Champions League
focus, innit? Football focus.
Bro, football focus as well is happening as well. But Aston Villa, man, come on. Unai Emery, what you got for me?
Newcastle are just too strong at the moment, man. Nah, they're too strong, Newcastle. Trust me, they're playing after.
I think for me, Aston Villa winning this game.
Don't see it. Definitely don't see it.
Chat, people.
At max a draw.
At max a draw. Now I'm going for 2-1 Villa. I think Villa, Watkins, man. Are you watching Watkins, by the way?
He's doing bits.
Doing bits, man.
I'm doing 2-1 Newcastle.
I get it, but
you know what? From next season, let the people know we're going to be doing our own predictions table for not the big six, but the whole thing.
Yeah, for the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm going to show Saeed what time it is from next season. Like really,
I've run away with that league.
I know, but next season, innit? I'm coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rimatonda.
1-0 Villa. Listen, but you know what? To be fair, man, I think it's crazy, man, what Unai Emery's done though at that club though. To be I don't know where they are in the Premier League. Let me just look at if they win.
No,
Today,
they're above Liverpool, bro.
bro, they're above Liverpool. If they win, yeah, they're 3 points behind Tottenham. And if Tottenham lose, yeah, on the weekend, why can't Aston Villa be in the top 4 race?
Mad. If that's true, that's mad.
They are literally. I'm not even lying to you. They are 3 points. Sorry, no. So if they win, they'll be within 3 points of Tottenham. So if they're in it, and if we're saying Tottenham are in the top 4 race, why aren't Aston Villa? This top 4 race is big. It's so wide. But listen, you've gone with what score for that one?
2-1.
2-1. Okay. Brighton as well. Chelsea.
Brighton.
It's a big game as well, man.
It's an interesting game, you know.
This is mad.
It's an interesting game.
This for me, like I said, obviously we won't do our predictions or whatnot, but if you look at the game, I can't lie to you, man. It's intriguing. Something has to click at Chelsea. Something like Lampard cannot be there and not get a win, not do nothing. Like something has to give. But Brighton, I don't know. I don't think Brighton as clinical as what you think they are. Like they're not clinical.
Man. They've shown they are now, brother. Come on.
No. They're very good, but they get a lot of draws. They're not clinical enough, though. I don't think so for me. They're not clinical enough.
I think this is a draw 2-2.
Yeah. I'm going to go with 1-0 Chelsea.
We can change this on the Big Six. By the way, we can change this on the Big Six. This
of course, man. Yeah. We can say whatever we want here. I'm gonna go 1-0. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. If Matisse makes me feel a bit depressed, yeah, and says, "Nah, man," you know what I mean, they're not. I'm just gonna go with Brighton.
Yeah, Matisse gonna make us feel like fucking his team are fucking relegation, and we're gonna predict Brighton wins in it. By the time he finishes,
the Brighton win just for the fun of it. I don't know. We'll see. Everton, Fulham, man. Listen, Fulham. What's happened to Fulham, man?
Natural, innit? Well, it's gonna be natural, man. It's a small squad. They've done amazingly.
You know what I do, yeah? I always check the Twitter account to see how the fans are feeling. Bro, man, they're not happy, man.
No, they're not happy. Of course,
they're not happy, man.
They've got nothing to be happy about.
Bro, they were literally in the top 7. Now they're 10th.
They've got nothing to be happy about. Oh, you mean Fulham?
Fulham, yeah.
No. Fulham are cool, man. Come on. Fulham
is a bonus season. The drop-off's been crazy, man. No.
No. Don't do that.
Everton winning this game.
I think Everton have got nothing to be happy. I was going to say Everton have to win it 1-0. That's what I'm thinking as well.
1-0 as well. I'm going 1-0 as well. Yeah, I mean, Everton, listen, they got battered last weekend. I think we should have beaten them more. But this is home games, man. This is a home banker. If they lose this one, then it's home banker. Listen, man, let's talk about Roy Hodgson Ball. Was Vieira the problem? Roy Hodgson, man. Was Vieira the problem? They were balling. Do you see? Bro, I actually was watching Crystal Palace here and I thought, that football is amazing.
He's unleashed the hounds, bro. He's like they ran riot, man.
Ran riot, brother, man. They ran riot. Eze wasn't playing under Vieira, you know.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
Bro, listen, I'm probably doing a bit
Crystal Palace are a bad, like good away team, man. They're good from away from home.
Yeah, they're good away from home. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Palace to win 3-1.
1-1 for me.
1-1. Yeah. Big up Masood says, Saeed, Chelsea have 8 games left. Nothing is gonna collapse for them this season. You're right, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. You're right. I think it is gonna last for them, man. And they got big games coming up still, man. They need to find something. Southampton, you know what, man? You know what? Let me ask you a question here. Southampton go down here. Who are you taking from that team?
Oh, what a good question.
Let me know in the chat as well for your own team.
There's a lot of players I would take from them, not gonna lie.
They're gonna be a feeder club, you know.
Lavia, I would take Lavia. Yeah. I would take Salisu. So, yeah. I would take Kyle Walker-Peters.
By the way, he's been suspended, you know, by Southampton, you know, for some reason. Salisu. I was watching on the news.
Find out, people. He might not be drinking. Kamaldeen Suleimana. Oh yeah, baller.
Yeah, he makes.
I'm telling you, man.
Contract row amid Salisu commitment question.
Okay.
So yeah, omitted from Southampton squad. Yeah, he's linked with Newcastle. Yeah, man, it's been omitted from the squad.
Yeah, we're looking for a centre back.
Ward-Prowse would go to a top 8 club. Aston Villa.
I'll take Ward-Prowse as our Milner replacement. You get it? Yeah, Bella Kocha. I think he's a bit error prone.
In the midfield, yeah. What is he? That guy, the Brazilian guy?
Lavia.
Oh no, the Brazilian guy. What's that Brazilian guy in the midfield?
Oh yeah.
Is he Brazilian or is he Peruvian? What is he?
Oh man, I don't know.
Crazy guy in midfield.
I'm not gonna lie, I ain't been watching him. Janepo is a bit of a mad one. You know what I mean? He's got talent, but he's got nothing else. Livermento's injured, man. He's out, man. We don't know what he's going to be like when he comes back, man. Serious injury.
Alcaraz, that's the one. Alcaraz.
Oh,
you like
yeah. Baller. Look, I'm telling you, they got some ballers, man.
Yeah, it's just the team's just not clicked, man. You know what I mean?
Weird.
Yeah. So yeah, that one. Wolves. Spurs versus Bournemouth.
Yeah, Spurs got to win that. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a home bang. But I think Bournemouth don't. I think this is it's a free hit for Bournemouth. I'll be honest with you, because they got their win last weekend against Leicester, which we will discuss as well. So I think this is a kind of a free hit. I don't listen. We shouldn't embrace free hits because you have to win every game. But yeah, I'm gonna go with 2-0 Spurs. 2-0 Spurs. I think for me.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
but we can change. We can change it in the Big Six.
Yeah. Wolves, Brentford. Wolves, they are now looking.
Yeah, mid-table man game, innit?
Mid-table game, man.
Oh no, Wolves. Yeah. No, Wolves need to win this. Sorry. Wolves need to win this.
Wolves win this. I reckon for me,
they're pretty much safe.
Not
pretty much safe, but
pretty much safe. But yeah, it gives them a bit of thingy. They need to win this. They're at home. Brentford. A couple of defeats now for them, but having a good season. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Anything's a bonus for Brentford after the season they've had.
Yeah, but Brentford smashed them though last season. Did you watch that game? They smashed them up last season. Wolves 1-1. I think for me it's the kind of game where it's like a 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. 1-1 drab game. I'm going for. And then next game is Man City.
Forget about that, man. That's like a riot. That's a riot.
By the way, yeah. Leicester is a shambles. I don't know what you see what's going on at Leicester, yeah. So they were about to go and get the American manager. What's his name called?
Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh. They said, you know what? Not really. Then they were going to get Rafa Benitez. Then that didn't happen. Now their manager is Stuart. Who's it again? The former Villa manager, isn't it?
Yeah. My mind's gone blank.
Yeah, let me know in the chat who it is, man. Big up Guna Lee in the chat, man. Love, bro.
Oh man, what's his name? Dean Smith.
Yeah, Dean Smith. Yeah, Dean Smith. I don't know. I actually fear for Leicester. I've said it right now, Grizzy. They're going down.
Yeah, but you're talking about Southampton's players. Who would you buy? How many would you buy from Leicester? Madison, Tielemans, Dewsbury Hall.
No, Tielemans.
Barnes. Free transfer.
Yeah, it's a big up to Masood. For me, Barnes is a very good player. I've always rated Barnes.
Yes, me too.
I'm taking Madison. Are you mad? I'm running for Madison. I think Pereira's a decent right back. I think injuries have caught up to him. I think I'll be honest with you, man. It's apart from Barnes and Madison, that's it.
I take Dewsbury Hall.
I think he's tidy, but I think for me,
people need to watch him. Trust me, he's got.
Tete's on loan, isn't it? Tete's on loan, isn't it? So
he started off like a house on fire, then he slowed down.
Yeah. Indeed, he's washed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think for me, the left back Castagne might do well at a decent club.
Yeah. Good player.
The centre back, they only just bought a left back as well. The Danish guy.
Yeah, the Danish guy, Christensen or something. Yeah, he's good as well.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Man said Fairs is quality. Yo, brother, are you trolling?
Yeah, he's probably Liverpool's top scorer since January, man.
Well, there you go. Suter as well, just coming to the club.
Yeah, he could do a job.
Giant, yeah. Passadaka, nah, he's washed, mate. He's washed. I think we missed couple of more in there. West Ham, obviously, we've discussed that. Nottingham Forest, man, this could be a sticky one. I can't lie to you. I'm not as confident as you think, Grizz, I'll be real with you. People think I'm confident about this game. I'm not confident at all. Nah, man. Away from home, I'm never confident, man. Away from home, you don't know me. I don't know this team, Grizz. When they say I don't know them, I don't know this team away from home. At home, bring it on. Away from home, I don't know. You know what I mean? It could be Martial could start, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
He has to now, innit? He has to start.
Now, the manager said that he don't want to risk him, so he might not start him. And if Rashford's not available, so it might be Weghorst up front. But I'm going with Man United to win 2-1. I don't think it's going to be convincing. 2-1 United win. You know what I mean? But Forest, not bad at home, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? And whatnot. So let's see, man. Let's see. Another interesting weekend of football, Grizz, man. Interesting weekend of football. Are you ready? Oh, yeah, by the way, are we talking about your team? Who are you playing?
Nah, man. Leave
I
it,
didn't
leave
see your team, you know.
Leave it, man. Leave it. Leeds on Monday.
Monday
Yeah,
night
that's what I'm saying.
football.
Yeah, leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Yeah, man. But there we have it, man. Grizz.
Just in case people think I'm going to be ducking Monday, if Liverpool lose, I'm not. I'm already missing Monday, people. Before you lot start saying, "Oh, in case we lose, we might not lose, we might win." But yeah, let the man them know when it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man's in Moscow that time on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Big up to you. I don't know how many likes we're on, but please let's get to our 500 likes, man. It should be more, but I always say 500 likes is a minimum on this channel.
Nice.
You know what I mean? 500 likes. So please like the video. Been a good. We had 1.2k in here. Love for everyone joining us. Like I said, man. You know what I mean? If you want to see part 2 later on, Big Six joining. If not, you know what I mean. Have the rest of your day. Hopefully, it's a good day. You know what I mean, and whatnot. Ramadan, Laylatul Qadr. You know what I mean. Last 10 days. You know what I mean? Make sure you benefit from it, people, man. Last 10 days of Ramadan. Make sure you benefit. Inshallah. But what do you say, Grizz, man? Anything going on channel-wise?
So, no, Friday is going to be, Ramadan, innit? So, I'm just taking it easy. I'm not going to lie to you. Just going to be Red Fellas on Sunday night, and that's it, really. I'm not even going to do call-in this week. Just going to try to enjoy the blessed last few days of Ramadan. And inshallah, we go again after Ramadan.
Absolutely. Guys, like the video. Tomorrow, I'll be back. Newcastle versus Aston Villa watch-along. Then I'll be doing the Saturday football show, Saeed TV football show, and then debate show as well tomorrow, man. So we got a lot of content tomorrow, but that's what we do, man. We keep on working. We're out, people. Peace.